Hey everyone, welcome in. This is our first video on string commands. We are going to introduce strings your first synchronous class or in-person class this week, and then we will continue on the second one. In the meantime, we're going to be doing lots of commands. There's a ton of commands to do with strings, and of course, strings are your data type that's not just numeric. Numeric would be your ints and your floats, numbers, decimals. Strings would be nearly anything else. It's characters, it's words, sentences, it's mixed alphanumeric, so like a phone number with hyphens in between, or an address with numbers and a word. So we're going to be looking at all of those things with strings. So this first video, like I said, is going to be a couple of different string commands. The first one, the length of a string, is the len command. So, for example, if I said print what is the length of my last name, Ensminger, my last name is 9 letters long, so it's going to print 9. And if I just try that, video 1, it'll give me 9 as expected. It works with variables also. If I have word equals computer, and I said print the length of the word, that will give me 8, because computer is an 8-letter word. The length includes anything with special characters, numbers, spaces. It's any character on your keyboard, anything from ASCII, Unicode. It is the number of characters in your string. Next, to change the case of parts of your string. So case would be lowercase, uppercase. And for this, there's 4 different things you can do. I'm going to put in movie equals, and I will put in, let's say, the Lord of the Rings. I'm going to put it in as all lowercase on purpose. If I print movie.upper with parentheses after it, upper will print every letter in uppercase. So if I try that quick, there we go, you get all uppercase. But of course, this is a movie title, so you can print something using the title command. And what title does is it acts, again, much like a title would. It capitalizes the first letter of each word in your string. Now, that might not be grammatically accurate, like a and on, of, things like that, like little words, they're not always necessarily capitalized. So, maybe of should be lowercase, but the computer can't differentiate, so it's going to capitalize the first letter of each word. Capitalize is the first letter of each word in the string. Okay. Then, capitalize, speaking of, if I do print movie.capitalize, and I hope I spelled that right, just to show you what this does. If you notice there on the screen, it capitalizes the first letter in the first word, and that's all. So it's like you're writing a sentence, it'll capitalize the first letter. So the first letter of the first word, uppercase. None of these commands work with numbers or special characters. It only works with letters. Because there is no such thing as like a capital 5 or a lowercase exclamation mark. So it only works with the letters A to Z. There is also a lowercase, it's already in lowercase, but let me just throw it in here. Lower will make every letter lowercase. So print movie.lower, that'll print everything lowercase. And of course we don't bother running that because, what's the point? Now, here's something important to note. Note, none of the above commands will make a permanent change. Meaning, if I print just the word movie now, or just the variable movie, it will be back to the way that I had it. Lord of the Rings. It's all lowercase, which, I know we just did that in the line above, but trust me when I say, even if that wasn't there, it would still give you this was all lowercase. When you just print something, that does not make a permanent change. Okay? In order to make something permanent, we need a variable assignment. So, we say like count equals count plus 1, total equals total plus number, things like that. On the left side, you have the thing you're trying to change. So if you're trying to say count equals count plus 1, you are adding 1 to count and then changing count. So here we're trying to change movie. Let's say movie equals movie dot title. That will make a permanent change to the movie variable, because instead of just printing it, you are using it in an assignment. And so here on the bottom, you see Lord of the Rings in caps with each first letter. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Unless you do some kind of assignment, it's not going to make a permanent change. Okay, so you take notice here that I made my title. I made the contents of the movie title lowercase, like all lowercase, and then I can use those other commands to kind of work with them. That's a typical thing to do. If you start mixing and matching, like putting in the real capitalization, that's perfectly fine. But if you're going to start playing around with it, so it goes like uppercase, lowercase sometimes, maybe it's better to just have it all lowercase and then uppercase it if you need to uppercase it. So, of course, that all depends on what you're trying to do. Okay, then, finally for this video, we have the take off extra spaces at the beginning and or end of each string. All right, so for example, let's say you have something like password equals input, please enter your password. All right, now if I say if password double equals caret, I don't know, print you passed, else print you failed. All right, so when you do this, it has to be an exact match. It has to match the case. It has to match the exact characters. So the reason I'm mentioning this is because if I say space, 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 caret, I'll say wrong because my input's not caret, it's space, 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 caret. So how could you take off those extra spaces? Well, there is a command that lets us do that. The lstrip command removes the spaces on the left of the string, whereas the rstrip command removes spaces on the right side of the string, which is just as important. So if I say password equals password dot lstrip, so I'm taking it off the left side, watch what happens here. Right, if I try this again, space, 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 caret, they're on the left side, so if I hit enter, they're gone, it's good. All right, that's what I wanted. Then I could say caret, space, space, space. It says you failed because I have extra spaces there. If I now try it again and I say caret, oops, try it again after I do what I was going to do, because I'll have myself. If I say password equals password dot rstrip, he's going to take it off the left and the right side. So caret, space, 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 says you passed. So the L strip takes them off the left, the R strip takes them off the right. A couple of things I want you to notice about this. I can combine those two together. So I have L strip and R strip. Let me come down here and do another example. Instead of using both L strip and R strip, we could just use the strip command. And I'm showing you L and R because there's going to be some things we do where you might want to strip off things only on the one side, but there is both. So if I say, let's say word1 equals quote, space, 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 pencil, space, 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 quote, word1 dot strip. We're going to say word1 equals word1 dot strip, and then print word1. That'll print pencil without the extra spaces. So caret and then pencil. Okay. So that is all for tonight. All for now, because I have no idea when you're going to be watching this. It's time ambiguous, let's say. But obviously we have lots more functions to go. Saw a couple here. In the next video, you're going to, wait for it, you're going to see some more. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching.